How do plants reproduce? Plants reproduce by a continual cycle of pollination, fertilization, germination, growth, and reproduction. Most plants make seeds in order to keep their species going. Some plants put stickers on their seeds to make them stick to animals and humans. The flower is the reproductive organ of a flowering plant. Many seed plants form seeds inside flowers. For reproduction to take place, pollen grains from the male stamen must be carried to the female part of the flower, the pistil. Two ways that flowers are pollinated: by insects and by the wind. The insects like the bright petals and the sweet smell of the flowers. They land on the flowers to drink a liquid called nectar. When bees touch the stamen, pollen sticks to the bees. When the bees move around the flower, pollen is transferred to the pistil. Pollination leads to the making of one or more seeds in a flower. When seeds settle, have enough water, and have enough space to grow, they start to germinate. Once the seedling starts to grow out of the seed, it also grows roots. It then is a young plant and continues to grow. How is the rainbow formed? Hundreds of years ago, rainbows are thought of as sign of God to foretell heavy rain or war. Many took it as a sign of the bridge between life and death, while the Irish believed that it signifies a gold pot. Because of this natural phenomenon, not known then, it was highly fascinating for kids and onlookers to see such vibrancy in a clear blue sky after heavy rain. Rainbow essentially is the scattering of light through the droplets of water in the atmosphere after heavy rain, when the sky is said to be extremely clear without many clouds. Sunlight enters the atmosphere and the clear droplets are scattered in the spectrum of light, which combines to make a white light, here the source of light or sunlight. Rainbow therefore is very natural and signifies the contents of a white light and its various colors having different frequencies. How is respiration different from breathing? Usually breathing and respiration are known as the same in the human language, but unfortunately in the language of science it has been simply cleared that respiration and breathing are different from each other. Breathing means inhale and exhale of oxygen in a continuing way, in which oxygen is inhaling in the body and carbon dioxide is exhaling from the body. Respiration is a process in which food particles in which carbon-hydrogen bonds combine and can easily break down the food particles by reduction reaction, and the energy produced in the reaction is transformed into the ATP. Hence, breathing is an outer process. It means it takes place from the outer place. Respiration is a chemical process. Hence, it takes place inside the human body. In breathing, the human inhales oxygen which is transferred to the lungs, but respiration takes the oxygen from the lungs to the bloodstream or the cells that are in the human body. How are stomata helpful for leaves? In the layers of the tissues of animals and plants, there is one layer where stomata lie. This layer is epidermal layer. Stomata are helpful for leaves. Rather, we can say to plants in a respiratory system. They allow leaves, or rather a plant, to breathe. Tissues in leaves breathe through stomata pores and then exhale more fresh and bright oxygen. Stomata are also very essential and they need to be experimented, and a lot of experiments are happening on them just to explore more about plant varieties and their growing power with the moisture content in leaves they absorb. As the climate changes, stomata open and close in leaves, and they are also affected by the pollution variations. Each plant has a variation in the size of stomata, and hence they need to be compared as well, because one experiment reveals that size does not change the working of the stomata in leaves.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.